Hello, Aquarius. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main read, I'm using The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrations by Mark Evans, and for the supportive oracle cards, the Angels Answers oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I already shuffled. We're going to do relationships first and then singles after. Got another double card here. Got a lot of double cards today. I noticed it with Gemini. I'm noticing that. Okay. I'm noticing. I think Libra had some too. So I think it's an air sign thing today. Okay. Now, what do we have going on here? Okay, so where you're standing, you have the Nine of Cups. Yep, Nine of Cups. Your partner has the Eight of Pentacles. You seem happy with the relationship. If this is hitting for you, you should be kind of happy with the situation, how things are going currently. Your partner, on the other hand, seems to be taking a deeper look. They're the top card here. They're investigating. They're looking into something. I feel like they're looking at the relationship and deciding what they really want from it. Where they think this situation is going, how they think things are going to work out. I feel like this is also reminiscent of what's going on, or the kind of the base, would I say? Because you have the Four of Wands for you, and you have the Moon for them. Four of Wands is stability, happiness, things going well, things kind of like all bases are covered type feeling, in my opinion. You're feeling good. You're happy. This is one of those happy cards, in my opinion. Things like this person fits in your life, and you're feeling like things are matching pretty good. Your partner has the Moon here, which I feel like that's saying that things aren't exactly what they seem here. Your partner seems to be going along with you, but I'm not feeling they're on the same page. Of course, this is a general read, so keep that in mind going forward. Okay, you're definitely happy here. You're happy. I'm seeing that, but I'm noticing with spiritually you have the Queen of Cups, and you have also the Four of Cups. I feel like your Queen of Cups is going to become the Four of Cups. The Queen of Cups is someone who's very loving. No, it's the Queen of Swords. I was wrong. I don't know why I was feeling Queen of Cups here. I'm feeling Cups. I'm feeling love on your side. I really feel love on your side. So if this is hitting for you, I feel like you really love your partner. But you got the Queen of Swords and the Four of Cups. So I feel like something has to be said here. Something happens. When does it happen is the question. Because I feel like the Queen of Swords, she says what needs to be said. My opinion of the Queen of Swords, she can be biting, yes, but she doesn't have to be. She definitely says what she wants to say. She doesn't say something she doesn't want to say. She has a lot of feeling behind her words, but if she's upset about something and she doesn't want to talk about it, she may close off the conversation completely. She's a skilled communicator. She's not subject to a situation. She will say what she wants to say. If she doesn't want to talk about something, she will not talk about something. Very skilled communicator. Has a lot of emotional strength behind her words. Yeah, I think that's good. But when I'm seeing the Four of Cups with her, I feel like there's something she's aware of that she doesn't want to talk about. And she won't. If she doesn't want to talk, she will not talk. My opinion of the Queen of Swords is very much that. If she will communicate on her terms. You will not tell her how to communicate. She will tell you how she's going to communicate. That's my opinion of her. Very strong, very skilled. If she doesn't want to talk about something, she knows how to move something around. She knows how to get around a conversation. She's very skilled. This is on your side. With the Four of Cups here, there's something she's not liking, something she doesn't want to talk about. And if she doesn't want to talk about it, she's not going to talk about it. It's a very strong energy. So if this is hitting for you, something's going on here that you don't want to talk about. And if you don't want to talk about it, you're not going to. end of discussion type feel. I hope that makes sense. Very strong leader energy in this situation. Now, I feel like what's going on here has something to do with the past. This is building from the past. Something happened in the past that seems to be lingering where your partner is upset about something. There's a 3 of Swords on their side. They're feeling heartbreak. 6 of Cups on your side. You're remembering. You have a lot of memories about whatever this was. So it seems like whatever the situation is, you're aware of it. But you're looking at it like that's past. That's over. That's done. Your partner seems to be still living in it, though. And they seem to be upset about it still. Okay. I feel like it's a situation you're thinking might be done. Or you're feeling should be done. I feel like it's something you're feeling should be left in the past. But your partner's, they're holding on to it. You're feeling like things have moved on. Things are okay now. We got over that hurdle. Let's keep going. But your partner is holding on to this heartbreak. Okay, and that seems to be really setting the stage for what's going on here. Something your partner's not able to get past. Whatever the problem was, whatever it was, you've moved on from it, and you're happy. Your partner can't seem to move on from it. Which I'm not really getting what the problem is. It's a general read. But I am getting this strong sense. It's not about who did what, because I feel like in some instances your partner made some type of mistake and they can't seem to forgive themselves for it. So in some situations that's what's happening. In other situations there's something, maybe you did something that wasn't the best. But you're feeling like you moved on, you healed it, it's fine, mistakes happen, let's continue on. I feel like the gist of this is no matter who did what, your partner's not able to let it go. So either if they did something or you did something, or if it was like a community effort where you both had some errors going on here, I feel like you're moving on from it, you're letting it go, your partner seems to be held to it and can't let it go. That being said, that's the thing that your partner's like, they're looking at the relationship, they're dwelling on it, they really are. It's really causing some issues. As it comes forward, see, this is why I'm getting like this Queen of Swords with the 4 of Cups. The situation from the past that you're feeling is done, you don't really want to talk about anymore because like the past is the past. I feel like at some point you realize, or your partner comes forward to you with it. One of the two. Either you realize this is a problem for your partner, or your partner brings up the conversation. One of the two. And you have the 6 of Pentacles here. You relent. You talk about it. So you talk about it with your partner. You relent to the conversation on your terms. Basically because you realize it's still festering there. And you're like, all right, you know what? I don't really want to talk about it, but I'll give into it. Let's talk about it. But I feel like it's like a rehash of past events. And I almost feel like you're looking at it like, we've been through this. Why are we talking about this again? So you go through this conversation again, and your partner has the 3 of Pentacles with 2 other cards. They ask your angels and they choose a new direction. I feel like this conversation seems to be setting something up here. This conversation seems to be getting your partner thinking about what they really want and what they really think of the situation. I feel like they're evaluating if they're able to move on from it or not. Because I'm noticing, and I'm feeling like this is after the conversation, your partner has the 2 of Swords. They're still feeling like nothing has changed, nothing has been solved. You're optimistic though. You really are moving on. From whatever the problem was, you're kind of in a forgiving, let it go, whatever it was, the past is the past. The past, is where we build from, but we don't need it to define the future. We can just build and correct from there. You have a very optimistic outlook is the shorthand of it. Your partner is not moving on from it. They're feeling like nothing has been solved. And the reason I really want to pull that forward is because I have one last card. It's not near, but it's happening somewhere in the future with your partner. It's the 3 of Wands. I feel like at some point, because they can't let this situation go, Whatever the heartbreak was, they cannot let it go. It's the Three of Wands, which is a moving on, a leaving card. So I feel like this is like, it's a general read, so if this hits for you, keep that in mind. It is a general read though, so keep in mind, it doesn't mean this hits for everybody, but if it's going this route, it looks like, if they really can't let it go and you have this conversation again, you might be realizing that they can't let it go and they might start thinking to themselves. I feel like this is where they might start entertaining the thought, like maybe this situation, maybe this relationship has, come to its conclusion, and the reason they're going down that is because they're feeling like nothing has been solved. They're still feeling heartbreak. They're not feeling like things have been solved. Even if you're having a conversation and it seems like it's going well, if they don't feel like they got resolution or they've helped move on from their feelings of being heartbreak, sooner or later it looks like they are going to move on because they can't move on from the heartbreak. So definitely, it is a general read, but if this is hitting, there's heartbreak that your partner can't move on from. If you can identify with that and the rest of this, then you might want to do something before it gets here. The whole point of you knowing about this is that if you don't want that to happen, you're going to have to find some way to really get into a deeper conversation. You might have to invest in this conversation or invest in this situation a little farther to keep that from happening. Okay? Okay. Excuse me. Now, let's do Aquarius singles. Aquarius singles. Let's see. Empowering information for Aquarius singles to help them move forward the way they want to find what they want out of life, and to find more joy in life. To help them find what they want in life. There we go. Okay. These seem to be pushing together, notice. That's interesting. Okay. Now, am I going to get any of these? Because I'm not really feeling drawn to those, to be honest with you, so I'm going to put them back down. Aquarian singles, what I'm noticing right off the bat, these cards seem to be overlapping each other a little bit. And that's the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. The Two of Pentacles, really? Yep. That's the environment. The Four of Swords, that's where you're standing. With them overlapping, I feel like you're having some very deep conversations with this person. And you know where they stand. And they know where you stand. So if this is hitting right off the bat, I feel like you seem to be understanding, like the other person is balancing things out. You're in a spot where you're not really sure if you want to go forward or not right now. Is that correct? There's a defensive air about the Four of Swords. Like there's something to defend here. Not really sure if you're ready to move forward, kind of holding your position. Kind of defiantly holding your position sometimes. But both of you seem to know where the other stands. It seems like that's very well communicated. I want to go into a couple different spots here. I'm noticing at once. The past is the Knight of Swords, which has been a popular card today. That's, I feel like for you, there's been stress. There's been roadblocks. Like, it feels like being held down in this situation. Like, things have been, not been able to move forward. Things have been held down. And this went on for a while, but then you have the Lovers with Temperance here. You've had a quantum jump all of a sudden. Things move forward really fast. Really, really fast. But it's also with the understanding that things can't go completely forward yet. Thus being the Aquarius singles card. Singles reading. So we have the Lovers with the Temperance. Things are going slowly. There's a quantum jump forward, but still, it's like realizing things can't go forward right yet. There's a lot of things that have to go in line. Queen of Wands, there's a lot of passion here. I feel like this is denoting that there's a lot of passion between the two of you. There's a lot going here. there was a lot of restrictions in the past. Things couldn't move forward. All of a sudden, it's like something ignited. The passion is there, but it's also like acknowledging, you know what? Yes, we had a moment, but we can't run right forward into a relationship. Something is stopping you from running forward in a relationship right now with this person. You're both, like, the other person is balancing things out. You're standing your ground where you are. You both seem to be very understanding of where each of you stands. The base of this is the Magician, though, because I feel like the two of you are trying to figure out how to make this happen. I feel like you're both on the same page. You're not in a relationship with this person, but you both seem to be on the same page in the sense of, like, understanding where the other one stands. I'm noticing here you have the Five of Cups, but you have some Pentacle energy going in here. The Page of Pentacles, like, I don't feel like this is something you're willing to walk away from. Even though it's feeling like this is not coming together in the future the way you want it to, I don't see either of you backing off from it. I feel like it just might take a more of a back seat, but it's still simmering. Like, it's like, I should say back burner. It's kind of like something you're simmering on the back burner if you're cooking dinner. You're like, I got the peas cooking, but I'm not ready for them to be done yet, so I'm going to put them in the back burner, keep them cooking, but I'm going to kind of not put all my attention on them right now. I hope that's a good analogy. Because even though it's not working out like you want it to, you're not relenting. It's still like, it's like you're waiting for things to still come in alignment. And I'm getting, that's kind of matching your thoughts. The Four of Cups with the Five of Cups. The Four of Cups is your thoughts. Like, you're not getting what you want from the situation. You're really not. And the Five of Cups is feeling like it's kind of like it's not going to come together. So in the future, you might be feeling it's not coming together, and you're kind of putting it on the back burner, but you're not walking away from it completely. You're just not. And it's just the Four of Cups is the situation's not working out the way you want it to. I feel like that's more about it. You're not getting the offer you want. Things are not aligning up the way you'd like them to. But still, again, I'm getting energy like you're not letting go. You're still not letting go. Your final cards, which was actually two cards here, the Star card and the High Priest. Is it the High Priest if I can move my fingers? Yes. So you still have hope and you're still holding on. This situation, this person, the two of you feel for each other. And I feel like there's enough communication to still, at this point, know where the other stands. But things are just not lining up. For whatever reason, something isn't lining up, be it career-wise, socially, location, whatever it may be, because it is a general read. I definitely want to acknowledge that. But it's just not matching up the way you need it to. It's like, but you're not letting go. The Star with the High Priest, I feel like you're seeing a chance come in the future, or you're seeing some possibility in the future. And I feel like the Star card is saying that hope is there. The High Priest is saying that you're dedicated to it, and you're gonna hold on, and you're gonna wait for that chance to come around again and see if that's gonna work for you. A lot of times with the High Priest, the priests in general, I feel like that's a very strong dedication feel. But I also feel like it's kind of like, holding out for hope. Sooner or later is going to work to your benefit. If you just hold on, it will work to your favor. If you're just dedicated and stay loyal to the situation, sooner or later you'll have your chance. So I feel like this is ending with hope. It doesn't say whether it's going to happen or not, but I feel like hope is there and you're holding on. It's definitely like in the past, it looked like it wasn't going to happen. Bam, quantum jump forward, yet both realizing you can't go forward just yet. Like, something happened where I feel like passion's ignited and you knew where each other stood. So there's definitely that acknowledgement from both sides that it's there. So it's like, this is the high, like you started low, you're up high again, then down again with the Five of Cups. You're feeling like this is just never going to work out, so you're down here again. Then hope comes back, you see an opportunity coming in the future, so you're holding out for it. So it feels like this is a very dramatic roller coaster. Like, the highs are very high, the lows are very low, very dramatic. And at the end here, you do have hope still, but I feel like you're still waiting on it. It might be just denoting that, even though it feels good now, it's going to crash, but it is going to come back up again. I feel like this is an up and down, hot and cold situation. So I guess knowing that that's how it is right now, knowing that you're going to hold on, I'm just trying to look at it like what I would gather from it if I was getting this reading, and I'm thinking, you know where the other person stands. But I guess if it was me being the gushy-mushy love person that I am, knowing that hope would come around again, I probably would hold out for that if this person meant as much as it feels like this person means to you. And then, evaluate based on that situation what you see coming forward, and then you have to decide for yourself, but like being the gushy ushy person that I am, I'd probably be like, well, if there's a chance for love and it's coming around again, I guess I'll have to hold out for that and just see what happens from there. Because I don't see a yes or no here, but I do feel like the way this is going to go, like it's up and down. It's a dramatic roller coaster. And maybe if you can prepare yourself for that, maybe that'll help. Hopefully that does help. All right, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.